Okay, welcome back to the Kitchen Casino once again. Um, I'm going to be playing 2-to-1 bets again, a continuation of last night's game. When I stopped the video last night, it kept playing. And what I'm playing is the bounce on the 12s and the rows. In other words, if let's say the 1 comes out and then 2 comes out, the 1 would then become the bounce. And I'll show you how I'm keeping track of that with 3 cards. First 12, second 12, third 12. Second 12 is the middle card, so that's the bounce. And then we have the rows. So last night I ended up, I don't know, it was 50 something bucks ahead. Tonight, I'm starting out, I'm $225, $35, $36 ahead, but I still haven't doubled my money because I have 10 bets, starting with a $3 bet, going all the way out to an $81 bet, and that equals 240 bucks. So once I reach the $240 mark, I've doubled my money. Now I was playing the farthest one out, and I got all the way up to 275, and then I lost on my 10th bet, and that left me with my stake, my 240 plus 35 bucks. So I won 35 bucks, and those videos were a couple of days ago. The night before last, actually, I think was the last one. So, alright, so right now the bounce, and I've been playing this for a little while, is the second 12. That's the second card in my deck. I've only got 3 cards on the 12s, 3 cards on the rows, and you'll see how this works. It's pretty simple. So let's see what happens. And by the way, like and subscribe. I'm always looking for new subscribers, and I'll be putting new stuff out all the time. So the second 12 did not come out. That's a loser. The third 12 was the furthest one out, so now it goes to the beginning of the deck, and now the first 12 is the middle card, which is the bounce. Okay, so, and let's see, we have the row 3, which was the last one out, the furthest one out. Now it's in the follow position. I have follow, I have bounce, and I have furthest out. Well, we're playing the bounce, so I'm playing a row 2. And the 13 came out. That's a loser. So that was a row 1. That was the furthest one out. Right? So now row 1 becomes the follow. Row 3 is now the bounce. It's in the middle. And row 2 is the furthest one out. Right? All I got to do is switch the card that came out to the first beginning of the deck. And again, second 12 was the furthest one out. Goes to the beginning of the deck. So now we're playing the third 12, which is the middle card, or the bounce. And the 10 came out. That's a loser. Alright, that's the third loss. First 12 was the furthest one out. That's what I started playing this with the furthest ones out. Row 1 was a follow already. That was the last thing out. So row 3 is my next bet. Row 3 is the bounce. And row 2 came out, which was the furthest one out. And that I was playing the furthest ones out before, and like I said, I made 275 bucks, and then it went all the way out 10 and lost on the 10th bet. So row 2 just came out. That goes to the beginning of the deck, and we have a third 12, which is also the furthest one out. So furthest one out is coming out now, and now we're playing the first 12, which is the bounce. fifth bet. And a 25 came out. So that was a follow. And that was a row 1, which was the bounce, but I wasn't playing the rows, I was playing the 12. That was the bounce on the rows. So now we're doing a row 2 as the bounce. See what happens. Maybe this is where it crashes and burns. Like I said, any system will crash and burn if you play it long enough. And so row 1 came out, that was a follow. Second 12 came out, furthest one out. Alright, I've only had one bounce and it was the wrong one. So now we're doing a third 12 as a bounce here. And this has actually gone out all the way to 10, and I won on the 10th bet. It's gone all the way out to 9, and I won on the 9th bet. And that's a 16, but it looks like it might go all the way this time. Let's see. Second 12 is a follow. Row 1 is a follow. So we're either doing the follows or the friggin' the furthest out here. Now we're going to do a row 2. And this is my 8th bet. I only have 2 bets left, and I'm in 240. And that's a 23, and that's a winner. It went out 8 times that time. Row 2 was the bounce, now it's a follow. Row 3 is the furthest one out, and row 1 is the bounce next time I play the rows. Well, maybe. Okay, and we had a second 12, which was also already a follow. And we're playing the third 12 next as a bounce. So, put that on the third 12. And since we went out that many times, this is a $3 win. Alright, so I won $3 after all that. But you know, it's all about longevity play. About staying on the table, having a good time, walking away with some money, you know? And not losing your shirt. You know, so I'll make my bets manageable and affordable. You know, go out there, you make a couple $100 a day, you're all good, right? You know, you don't have to become a millionaire overnight, although it would be nice. So second 12, that was a follow. Seems to be coming up a lot. Row 1 was a bounce, but I wasn't playing it, so we're back to the row 2 as a bounce. So if I had played row 1 that time as the bounce, and I may try this just using one station instead of doing the swap. And that's a loser. And I stopped playing one station because I was doing the furthest ones out, and I kept playing like the second 12. And it went out 19 times. I lost $1,500 at the casino chasing the second 12. So we had a third 12, which was the furthest one out. And that's why I started switching back and forth. And then we had the third 12, which was a bounce, but I wasn't playing the 12s, I was playing the rows. So I think with the bounce, you may be kind of safe, because when this wasn't going out, when this went out 19 times before second 12 came up. What it was doing was bouncing back and forth. It was going boom, 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 you know, for 19 times. So I may try this on one station, but I'm just going to keep going the way I'm going right now until it crashes and burns. It's going to crash and burn sometime. I just want to find out how much money I'll make before it does. You know, I mean, right now I'm happy. I could walk away with $200, go get a hotel room, get a nice meal, go back tomorrow. You know. That's a 3. That's a loser. First 12 was the furthest one out. Row 3 was a follow. That's a loser. Row 1 is the bounce. And it took me like, I don't know, probably 150 rolls to make this 200, 25, 35. Probably took me a couple of hundred rolls to do that. You know, I'm probably averaging maybe, you know, $2 a roll, if that. And right now it's just running like crap. You know, since I started the video, I only made $3. So third 12, second 12 was the furthest out. But it goes through spurts where it works really good, and then it doesn't work too good. Loser again. So third 12 came out. That was the furthest one out. Maybe I should switch off furthest one out to. Now this row 1 was the bounce, and I wasn't playing the rows. I was playing the 12s. So maybe I should stick with just one station on the bounces. But like I said, I'm going to play this until it crashes. Alright, so row 1 came out. Row 3 is now on the bounce side here. I don't care, I just like hanging out at the casino and not losing my ass, you know. Number 7, jeez. That was a row 1, which was a follow, and the first 12, which was the furthest one out. There's a loser. Third 12. I like winning money though, while I'm sitting at the table. $13 is the second 12. That was the furthest one out again. And row 1 was already at a follow. So row 1's following itself. Row 3 is now the bounce. And this might be where it crashes. This could be where it crashes and burn here. If I crash and burn here, I'm going to switch to just playing just the rows and see how that works out. Yeah, it was a 12. You can see that, 12. Alright, so third 12 was the bounce, now it goes to the follow position. First 12 was the bounce, so both bounces came out, wouldn't matter where it was. And that was a winner, but again, an 8 to bet in win. That's a $3 win. Actually, I'm going to put a 5 over here and take 2 back. And so now we're doing the 12s, and we're on the second 12. See what happens here. And the next time I win, it could be like an hour from now. I'm going to end the video because you got pretty much the gist. Subscribe. I'll be trying different things, and I'll be running a system like until it crashes. Because my thing is longevity. You know, I'm not out there to make $1 million in one night. That doesn't happen. But I want to find something that I can just go out there, make a couple $100, you know, spend the night, come back, make a couple of $100 the next day, spend the night, have some good food, have some good times, and that's all I'm looking for. All right, well, you guys have a good night, and don't forget to like or subscribe. And we're going to continue this game in tomorrow's night's video, unless I crash and burn. At that point, I'll tell you exactly how much money I've made. Because right now I'm ahead, I think. Yeah, I'm ahead like by $7. Yeah, terrible video. I only made $7, I think. All right, you guys have a good night.